round 3 of this World Tour Championship in Season 1 at the beautiful Bahrain circuit. I said it was Jeddah. It's not. Jeddah's the 4th round. This is round number 3. As you hear, cars are on the racetrack. We had a coolant issue here, so we had to work through that, but Derek is hyped up and ready to roll as we roll into qualifying here. It will be Banker Lap number 3 on the year, and Banker Lap walkthrough number 3 for Riker as well here in the beautiful Bahrain. It's hot. I'm not enjoying it. But nonetheless.
Me either. You're probably hearing me burp out. I'm on my like 7th different freaking bottle of fucking Powerade here because the only person who's worse in the heat in this room than you is me. So I got that autism heat tolerance. Woo, kill me. And we gotta go to another desert track next week. Anyway, the racetrack itself. It'd be a lot better if we weren't in a desert. Turn 1, basically a literal fucking triangular corner, followed by a mini chicane of nothing turns on the way out. Best passing zone by far. Turn 4, if you didn't get it done at turn 1, here's a second hairpin for you. There's 10 different ways to make that turn. They're all incorrect. We have the fast, flowing S's, the only true high-speed corners on the whole track. And here's a third hairpin for you. Climb the hill, then immediately go back down the hill, and guess what? Another fucking hairpin. Except this one you have to trail brake for it, and it's downhill. Very easy to lock up or slide right off the track. Medium speed turn 11. Feels like Schrodinger's passing zone. It is one, but it's also not at the same time. And one more hairpin from the road. I don't really count the final turn, although some might. Yeah, you could argue there's 7 hairpins on this track that has a grand total of 14 turns. Can you tell Herman Tilke designed this place?
Across the line for Mr. De La Cruz, it is P11 on the medium tire. Obviously, the medium tire going to be significantly slower than the softer compound. Even in the low fuel situations, that's going to put us P17 after everybody has turned a lap. JJ West currently sits in P8. Lots of work to do here for the Southern Speedco drivers, but I think they will be just fine. I think one thing that I do want to do is maybe a little bit of this. Make the car a little bit better to drive for Derek. We're still in P17 as it sits, but everybody's about to start their final qualifying lap. Much more grip out of the corner that time by for Derek as we charge down the front straightaway here.
Push down to P17.
215. God damn.
Just thanks to the soft tire, we're already up about 2.5 tenths in the first couple of corners. Push it to 3 as we head through the middle sector.
I just got the worst fucking flashback since Derek hit that outside curve of it's turn 7.
Not a fun time no matter what tire you're on through that corner.
Telemetry said that softs would gain you basically 7.5 tenths, and that seems to be exactly what Derek is about to do here, give or take.
Let's take a little. It's going to be P14 again for Derek De La Cruz here in Bahrain. A little bit of a struggle with the setup, but I believe going forward we can probably tackle that a little bit better going forward. We will see who is on pole position. And it is SVG with yet another heater here in Bahrain. Thrasher P2, Wojciechowski P3, Seb Orleans P4, P5 for Kurt Wild, P6 for Reza. And how about the shakeup from 7th through 9th?
Where in the world did you come from, Alpine? You're so relevant to have to bring the sheet back up just to remember who you are. 7th for Noir. I guess that doesn't make sense. Actually, last station has some deserts. Also, we've got Mark Wild going from an engine failure at Suzuka to qualifying 8th. And then Nico right behind him. Down all the way in 10th is Ryza. No, 6th is Santo.
I know.
I'm gonna do a PowerPoint presentation for this.
No, I didn't have the sheet pulled up, but I have it now, okay? Leave me alone. JJ West, just outside the top 10, beating Derek De La Cruz in the...
A second time.
Yeah, which, you know, we will figure things out here as we will get comfortable with everything and see how it goes. But nonetheless, 20 laps around Bahrain await for the 22 challengers of the World Tour, all following Shane Van Gisbergen into turn 1. He looks to go back-to-back after the struggle in Australia. A back-to-back weekend of wins for him would be crazy.
That's if the game ever loads.
Yeah, take your time. Have a cup of tea.
It started as a day race, and alongside me today...
Alright, take a look at the strategy here. I'm sure it's going to say that we should start on the softs and go to the hards, but we will not. We will go an extra lap on the softs and take the mediums, split it in half, as one normally would. I'm a psychopath, I know. Alright, Derek is ready. We have the strategy fixed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we are here in Bahrain. What a start for JJ. They've got it going really well. Going to be possibly to the outside. Here comes Derek looking to the inside. Oh, one of the Mercedes. Oh, they're... Kurt Wild, what are you doing? What is everybody doing?
We had Ryza just ass-pack Mark Wild into braking, and then whatever on earth that was at the apex of one.
We now move forward.
Oh, that air is very dirty.
Yeah, it's not looking fun out here yet. JJ currently resides in P10.
That's a decision, Derek.
I think he was really attempting that. I just think he was kind of there.
Somehow converts that. I don't really feel like that should have been converted into anything, but these things happen, I guess.
There might have
This is
been.
actually Eric.
Oh wow!
It was not the start SVG needed. Eric leads from a McLaren. Oh my god, you're defending him to the wall. Nico not giving Mark Wild any inch.
Oh, somebody's got a problem. Oh! Kurt Wild has blown up.
And Derek forgets how hill flags work. Well, looks like somebody has beaten Kurt Wilde, and that somebody is his own team. Or his own engine. This team put the engine together. You get the idea. Clearly not very well. I'm sure Mark's about at enough being tapped or smacked into. And he's only done a lap and a half of the track. Oh, my hand is cramped. Ow. Getting old in here. This is why I'm not driving. I can't even hold a tablet anymore.
JJ West up to position number 8. We could be on very early. I don't want to jinx it, but Southern Speedco F1 looking pretty well to get our first double points paying weekend.
I believe,
Oh, JJ with a huge move on the Haas.
Nico looks stupid there. I believe, yeah, his car is just as trimmed as Derek's, I would assume, so both of you are going to be blatantly menaces down all these straightaways. Not helping Nico's case, she's on the mediums. That'll help her later, though, but, well, later is not right now.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
JJ now up to the 7th position, now looking pretty closely onto the back of that McLaren, who is trailing very closely to the back of the Alpine, who is in P5 at the moment.
So Noir is still, has managed to, I guess he's managed to go up because Kurt Wilde blew up, but still. Nose itched.
JJ is going to now have to defend off Nico.
Feels like it's gonna happen.
Now.
DRS moment, to say the least.
JJ will have DRS back on Nico, but into a corner like this with not much build-up, I don't think anything's really going to come of it there.
No.
A little bit of a scuffle for grip out of the corners for Derek De La Cruz, and he's still fighting it.
Yeah, I guess that's the drawback of trimming the car out for this race. Not much aero back there. Also notice he's basically running a fucking GT car brake bias. 60?
He will be under fire without a doubt from the V-Carb. Not much he's going to be able to do unless he tries to hold the outside, which he will. He'll try to use that outside lane to hold him off, and he will. So Mark Wilde is stuck back in P10 for the moment. He will have another shot, and I think he might get clear of Derek. Never mind, the V-Carb engine is just not strong enough compared to the Mercedes power unit.
At the same time, JJ also got down the inside of Nico at 1 and then had a peak at 4, but couldn't get any further along.
Coach being a quarter of the way through the Grand Prix this time. Still that Alpine NP5 doing a fantastic job holding off a Mercedes and a McLaren.
No, actually,
Or just the
Mercedes
sorry,
is,
the McLaren.
yeah.
Keeping up with the Mercedes though.
DRS. And you know, I don't think we even noticed until just now that McLaren is now the leader. Eric has lost the race lead. Presumably that would be Flasher up there because Orleans didn't really qualify super well. And I do believe Flasher started top 3, so it would just make more sense.
A big piece of our puzzle too is that all of our upgrades we were having to hold off on for the time being, just because some facility improvements needed to be done. So we haven't really upgraded the car since Australia. So while some of these teams have made leaps forward, most of our leaps are going to come in the coming weeks. Chassis definitely being one of our big focuses.
Okay, gap ahead, 2.5 seconds.
Tire wear looking probably about where it should be here. So far, as you see,
Yeah.
the Mercedes of Riza will now come flying past the V-Carb in what is not a DRS zone, not your typical passing straightaway, but now the V-Carb is going to have all of the power in the world to try to get back around the Mercedes.
It doesn't seem like he'll be able to, though. Although I think he did still force a wing down the inside, but that was, I think, the best that the V-Carb could do.
Eric now has the front of the car cooperating, back end of the car still extremely unhappy.
This episode's Bahrain Grand Prix brought to you by Great Powerade, apparently. Downed half the bottle in just the Grand Prix alone. Either that or heat stroke.
I would have to imagine that the Mercedes might have a pretty good shot at getting around Derek here. But nothing actually, honestly, surprising.
Oh, wow. Just saw on the map. Eric is once again your leader. God, I think Riza's done waiting. Jesus. Unfortunately for her, she's gonna have to continue waiting because Derek just embarrassed her in the essence. Also, at some point, the other McLaren, presumably would be Orleans, got clear of Noir.
I'm gonna maybe make the strategy call here. I think I'm gonna pit Derek this lap to shoot for the undercut.
Let's see if maybe by the grace of God, our pit crew might actually service the machine properly. Now we have the final stall instead of the first one.
Would you look at
Now,
that?
what do you know?
Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
The other advantage to doing this for Derek is now that he has completely clean air. Obviously, the hard tire instead of the medium is going to be a little bit slower in the operating window as far as getting up to temp, and then the pace that it might have, but the long-term gain over the short-term pain is going to be worth it.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Derek trying
I
to
think
push
half
it.
of Derek's problems will be solved if he lowers the fucking brake bias. Cold tire's not helping either, but his car just refuses to rotate in these turns, and then the bias is, I think, is exactly the reason.
Franco's in the pits. Franco is in the pits.
Mark, who the hell is Franco?
Derek has now got the car warmed up and up to speed. It's going to make some argy-bargy happen here. Is everybody else is also on the hard tires, so Derek pitting earlier might have the advantage of getting them warmed up quicker and trying to push a little bit.
Apparently a very definitive jump in the pits for that Williams there of Kilgore, because Mark Wilde was previously one of the cars attacking Derek, and now 2 seconds up on him, so that bodes well for any other potential vehicles to get ahead of.
Derek also took the gap
great power.
to JJ from about 3 seconds to 1.5, so
In a perfect world, Derek could sneak into DRS range and just freeload off that, but JJ doesn't seem to be playing along with that. Gaggle of overtakes there.
Tire condition for now. Everything's looking good.
I would certainly hope so, Marcus. Why was I able to call him Market? I don't know. But here we are.
Derek will get DRS this time by. Everybody else that is staying out a little longer, I would have to imagine, is probably going to be switching to the medium compound tire rather than the hard.
Yeah, or just, well, or soft if they're already on medium or hard. They could be going either way. Sorry.
Derek is now back in the dirty air of his teammate. He'll begin to feel that.
Why is this still not pit yet? And I think there's a Sauber up there who hasn't pit either. That's a call and a half. I would expect nothing else from Demon Sports though. Slash Sauber. That was late braking, holy shit. I don't know how the hell Derek got that car stopped. I saw 2018 Azerbaijan just echo in my head. I don't think an image can echo, but you get the idea.
Makes sense.
We were doing it again. Yeah, that was literally just Buck just going super long on a early hard tire stint. Reactionary, bruh. Excuse me, JJ.
That's certainly a move by JJ there. Is color me confused.
The happiest. And I wasn't the happiest camper from Suzuka when Derek decided, I'm going to pass now, goodbye. But that's, I would say, a little extensive.
Has the Haas been off of the soft tire? Because I could have sworn Nico was on the soft tire.
She was on medium, I think, before.
As the fight is now on for P8, Derek was able to make the tires work, taking the advantage of DRS and ERS to get around his teammate, but now the Williams has drawn closer. JJ with a huge send down the inside of his teammate.
We need to consider some orders. We need to consider some orders here for no reason than just to not allow Kilgore to just make up easy places. Mark, I'm not really sure that's the one we're concerned about right now.
It's definitely not, but he is Mark.
Plenty of business from west this time. I just remembered now. Yeah, Nico started on hards. That's how JJ was ever able to pass her. But that also meant she was able to run in the softs at the end here.
I don't think she went long enough on the hards, though, to justify, well, Derek was gonna let JJ by. JJ decides to not go.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I really don't know why JJ didn't go. JJ, brother.
Like he keeps sending the car down the inside and then not knowing what to do once he's gotten alongside. Very much I didn't think I'd get this far moment, and communication is 0 at the moment. Here I was thinking that Ryza had just like had like the ultimate overcut or something. No, Ryza's been behind us the whole time. I just totally lost track of her.
Oh, someone with an issue.
That looks like Williams. It's not Kilgore, so.
Oh, it's a.
Oh no, it's neither. It's not. It's just Barbara with Spinala.
That's actually Mr. Wild.
I can't tell the number.
So
Actually, I don't even know their numbers.
good qualifying effort. However, all for nothing is they were not running as good as the car was, and then you get a little too hot into the corner, you're going to spin out. Trying to follow Connor Zilic a little closely, maybe trying to show off.
I wasn't even aware that Zilic was back here.
Yeah, he had some kind of problem. Derek has now succeeded to Mr. JJ West. He will now try to maintain the P9 against the Williams and the Mercedes. The Williams, I believe, would be fairly easy to keep behind. It's just a matter of hitting his marks. But for the Mercedes, that's a different story.
The real concern of the hour here, I think, actually turns into keeping the Williams behind without accidentally invading JJ West's territory.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it.
I would hope not. It will, however, help if those two cars behind Derek continue to vie for the final point, as they've just done. Ryza got her way by the Williams, but lost them both like 2/3 of a second to Derek doing that. That's a whine. Kilgore is really just out of juice back there. He was dangerously close to not even getting the DRS off of Ryza.
See, Derek doing everything he can to not run into the back of his teammate or put any pressure on him.
The jet lag is catching up with me. Holy shit.
I think Derek is now very aware of the situation he's in, having to push towards his teammate.
Well, barring something incredibly unforeseen happening, Thrasher will be on course to win this Grand Prix.
Final lap, push, push.
I think JJ knows Derek a little too well. Derek looks to the right and JJ's just like, no, nah, get out. Yeah, my thoughts exactly rear end of JJ's car.
Did a little Scooby-Doo run there.
Last turn for presumably one Thrasher. He is coming to the flag.
He will win the Bahrain GP. P2 for Glazowski, another good run needed for him. Shambles for his teammate Kurt Wild, who I would imagine is very frustrated with the way that his GP ended.
And argued hardly even started. You got to do 1 lap and 4 turns.
Nico will narrowly beat the Alpine for P6. There's going to be a charge to Derek De La Cruz, but JJ West will finish P8. And it's going to be P9 and a double points finish, unless the Mercedes has something to say about it, for the Southern Speed Co.
Okay,
boys.
pick up rubber and bring it home.
Isaac just fucks off, Jesus. Where you gotta go?
Another driver of the day performance for Derek De La Cruz after he played some team order games and let JJ go. And Thrasher takes victory in the Bahrain GP.
It's what every driver imagines when they start out.
3 races, 3 different winners 3 different teams take victory here to begin the World
It's been an
Tour.
absolutely
It was
wild
us.
weekend of Formula
It was
1
Ferrari,
action.
or
I
Red
can't
Bull,
wait to see
Jesus,
what's next.
and then the McLaren. So we take a look at the constructor standings, which I would have to imagine McLaren probably just took a really good lead, but first we'll look at your results. Thrasher P1, P2 for Eric Gwozdowski, P3 for SVG, P4 for Seb Orleans. 5th is going to go to one Mr. Santo, P6 for Nico, P7 for the Alpine, who performed so good. Noir. That was easy. I thought for sure she was maybe going to fall out of it, but she holds on to 7th. 8th and 9th for JJ West and Derek De La Cruz, respectively. And 10th it goes to Riza, who was able to hang on. The Williams really fell off at the end there. Wasn't sure what happened there. We take a look at the rest of the grid. Logan P13. A DNF for Kurt Wild, and after qualifying 8th, Mark Wild.
Both the Wild brothers just absolutely in the mud here in the desert. Also not looking too good as Connor Zilic, who only gets P12 in this race.
Take a look at the driver standings. Thrasher with a 1-point lead over SVG. 3rd is Seb Orleans. 4th is Derek De La Cruz with a 1-point gap over Gwozdowski, with a 1-point gap over Connor Zilic and Kurt Wild, who are both tied. And then there's a little bit of a gap there. But how about JJ West scoring his first points of the season? As we take a look at the constructors, a 12-point lead now for Team McLaren. Red Bull, 12 back. 30 back are the Ferraris of Kurt Wild and Gwozdowski, who have a little bit of work to do. And then the best of the rest fight, as you could say. Obviously, the Mercedes are a little bit better than us, but P4 is us, 2 points to Mercedes, 21 points back to the Haas team. The Aston Martin team, 1 point back from them, and 2 points back from them are the Aston Martin team. However, 3 teams still have not scored points. It looked like it could have been Williams' day, could have been the Racing Bulls' day. However, neither of them are going to score points. They look to do so in round 4. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the 3rd round of the World Tour. I'm Tyler McIntosh, Riker Lummel as well, and we will see you in Jeddah.